was going so great right up until my voice was like, you know what? If I'm like, yeah, we'll start off with little jams. All up in your ears and stuff. And things, my voice. That's terrible. It's not even fun. There was nothing funny about that. I'm just off in my own fucking world. I'm a goddamn child. I'm like, maybe like 20 years old, but I am the epitome of what a man-child is. It's just, it's bad. Unless you're into that. Anyway, hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. Me llamo es Shannon, El Shook, and stuff. We are here with episode number 22 of Katawa Shoujo, if I'm not mistaken. Probably mistaken. You know, fuck it. I don't math hard enough to care. So in the last episode, we went to the jazz club. Took me a second. We went to the jazz club. We had a good time. Played some pool. It was great. Sorry that this episode it's been a little while since the last episode. I've been trying to make sure it's at least on par with Resident Evil with its release schedule, but I'm also incompetent, so that doesn't always happen. So you know. Anyway, the point is, we're here. Microphone, I need you to scoot to the left because you are fucking with me. You are not even on my desk right now, and there's no way you're gonna be because for some reason everything on my desk is shipped all the fucking way to the left. What the fuck is that about? Come here, cold ass tea. Also, I do apologize if at any point during this my throat starts acting up. I've been feeling a wee bit under the weather. That's what I meant to say. There we go. We got it. If that's any sign of how the reading is gonna go, we're fucked. Right then. So, are you taking the bus, Lilly? She's got to go places. Lilly motions to a large suitcase standing beside her. I'll have to take this with me, so I've booked a taxi. It'll meet us at the school gates in about 5 minutes. So bad. Just in case you forgot the last 40 times that it was terrible. I just thought I'd remind you. I see. Lilly reaches down and feels out the handle of her suitcase. Its weight causes her some difficulty, so I quickly offer to take it myself. Well, that's awfully kind of you, Hassel. She has no qualms about accepting, and I end up picking it up. It's not what I'd call light, but it's not exactly heavy either. I don't think I'll have too much trouble carrying it. Come on, you're a big, strong man, Hassel. You got this. Well, thank you then. We should hurry, though. If the taxi leaves, then it'll take quite a while to book a new one. Are you ready, Hanako? It's all bad. Damn. Yeah, let's go. We rush to the gate as fast as we can, only to find that the taxi has yet to arrive. I'm sorry. Well, nothing like a little bit of exercise in the morning. The nurse told me that I should be doing that anyway, so. I think you probably had other things in mind, Sal, and probably with more regularity. Do you intend to be helping people with their luggage every day? I guess not. Looks like we've got a bit to wait anyway. How long should we wait for the taxi before calling them again? I'd probably say another 10 minutes. If they've never let me down before, so it's probably just a little traffic. Next time, get yourself a Lyft or an Uber. Maybe. I don't fucking know. They didn't have this back then. When did Uber and Lyft start being a thing? Well, this game's like 5. I think it was 5 years old. That's the whole reason I started, because it's the 5-year anniversary this year. So I feel like Uber is still kind of a new thing. I don't know time. Okay then. So how long was the flight to Scotland? About 16 hours, if I remember correctly. It's a bit hard to tell with the change in time zones. Fucking time zones, man. Make everything more complicated than they need to be. So long. It's now that I realize Hanako's been unusually quiet, even for her. She doesn't handle stress well, so she's looking pretty uptight. Yeah, I can imagine being on a plane for that long. Or I can't imagine. Damn. I've only ever flown on a short family holiday up north, so it really is quite hard to fathom. If Hanako spent much of her childhood at an orphanage, she's probably traveled very little, let alone flown. Damn. It's not too bad. I'll spend most of the time either asleep or catching up on my English. I hardly use that here, so I need to refamiliarize myself with it a little. Will your accent be a problem? I wouldn't worry about it too much. It may be an issue initially, but it'll be good. It'll be fine, especially since fucking it up. We all moved to the small down bench beside the stool gate in the fucking dam. The whole fucking sentence was just Strangely enough, even though I know Lily's going away, I can't think of anything to say to her. Lily is a reliable person, so it might be because she isn't the one that I'm thinking of most. Lily might not be able to see it, but Hanako's chewing her fingernails nervously. I move to talk to her, but I can hear an engine start straining up the hill before I get the chance. I think the taxi's on its way. Well spotted us how. I only just heard it as well. A small wave of pride washes over me. To have noticed something at the same time as Lily must have been I've become more aware of my surroundings. Anyway, we won't have to call the taxi company, nor worry about missing Lily's train. Once the taxi stops where we're standing, the driver rolls out the window and leans over. After confirming that yes, Lily is the same Lily Sato that booked the trip, we sort out her luggage. The driver opens the trunk of the taxi and takes Lily's suitcase, with Lily climbing into the back seat as he loads it into the trunk and slams it shut. After getting back into his seat and shutting the doors, he waits for us to say our farewells. Have a safe trip, Lily. Take care of yourself. Hanako looks understandably downcast, and that much is obvious even in her voice. Of course I will. I'll be back before long, don't worry. There'll still be another person here for you too, won't there, Hasan? Yeah, of course. I turn and smile to Hanako, putting my hand on her shoulder. She only manages to keep eye contact with me for a couple of seconds, her cheeks red all the while, before turning back to Lily. See you, Lily. Goodbye. Lily gives her farewells to the both of us with a fair measure of reluctance. Without further ado, the driver starts the engine once more and they begin the journey down the hill towards the airport. The two of us stand at the gates for a long time even after they've disappeared from sight, not really knowing what to do. So, what do you want to do? I don't know. How about we call it a day? What, you boring motherfucker? Like, I'm boring, but that shit's too boring. Also, I might have looked up the things that you needed to do to get the right endings in this game, because I was scared I was going to get the bad ending. And the bad ending for Hanako is unbelievably fucking depressing. So, let's go to the city. How about that? Let's do it, girl. Let's get down with it. Get jiggy with it. Dun, 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 dun. I just mixed things that should never go together. The bus stop standing by at the school gate. This bus stop, standing by the school gate like a mute sentinel, puts a strange idea in my mind. Do you want to head into town and look for a bookshop or something? We have the rest of the day free. It's a long shot, as Hanako doesn't like going into the city. I count the fact that we managed to get her out there even when it was so dark as a miracle, but I genuinely want to spend more time with her. Anyway, she's likely just to refuse and go back to... Okay. Really? Really, let's go. Oh, it's adorable. I can't work out why Hanako's decided to agree with me, but I'm not about to ask her to change her mind. Stepping off the bus, I immediately noticed that a lot of people are around us. In hindsight, it should have been obvious. Of course, lots of people will be downtown on a Saturday afternoon. Hanako retreats close to my side, and I can feel her hand clutching my arm tightly. Her body is held against mine, and her head is bowed so low that her hat hides most of her scarring. So, where do you want to go? A bookshop? Hanako's present in my other general living expenses pretty much drained my budget, but I should be able to afford a few books. There's something I try to reserve a few funds for anyway. For a second, did anyone else ever have this? I was like super. I think it's the reason I have this big book. I know for a fact it's the reason I have this big a book collection as I do know. When I was a little kid, I lived in this town called Shoujo, Montana. It's this little town out in the middle of fucking nowhere, but it's a cool fucking town. A couple of the people are fucking weird, but the town itself was great. It was something that actually made me like the concept of small towns. I've been in other small towns which can eat a bag of dicks, but that one was pretty cool. And one of my favorite parts about it was there was the local library there. And of course, it does normal library things like, hey, shit, books, here, take this, you establish that you're borrowing it, and then you fucking bring it back. But they also had this whole back hallway section that was just all these old fucking books. These, and not even so old, but just books that no one could give a shit about. And it was just filled to the fucking brim, this entire wall of books, and it's just stacked all over the place. In terrible condition. But they were there, and there was the thing was, 10 cents for a fucking paperback, 25 cents for a hardback. I spent so much fucking money, but I just fucking bought everything because there were so goddamn many, and I still have like half my fucking book collection is books from that fucking library, and it was the coolest thing in the world. There was a lot of things to really like about that town, but that was one of my favorite things, and I don't have that anymore, and it makes me really sad because there's still like secondhand stores and shit like that. But that for me was so much of my fucking time in life was just spent going to that fucking place, picking up like 20 books at a time, bringing them all home, and not having a fucking place for them. But, yeah, no, it was a thing, and I actually really dig the fact that was a thing, and I'm sad that it isn't anymore. I just want more books. Fucking weird. For a second, I think Hanako didn't hear me, but then I looked to my side and noticed her nodding almost imperceptibly. Okay. Do you know of one? Actually, I do. We passed a few when Lilly and I were looking for your presents. Hanako's expression clouds a fraction. I've got to remember to stop bringing up her birthday. Yeah, it's obviously not going super well every time that happens. You both spent a lot of time... Or maybe I misjudged the situation. We wanted to make sure we got the right present after all. Hanako smiles and blushes a bit. It's a small treasure when she does. It's fucking adorable is what it is. Anyway, there should be a bookshop. Just up at... Just up at... Fucking punctuation that isn't even there. There's nothing there. Do you want to check it out? Sure. The crowds start to build as we head toward the bookshop along the raised walkways. Hanako latches her arm onto me as well, making our progress a little slower. As we walk, the sound of traffic makes me think of a possible distraction for her. I was wondering, Hanako, have you ever thought about when you're going to learn to drive? Driving? My response, what the fuck? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're crazy. I'm not... Cars? I don't even know what that is. You're crazy. Yeah, you're kind of lucky in a way. There aren't a whole lot of students in Yamaku who are allowed to drive. It's not the best topic of conversation, but I want to try and distract Hanako from the situation. She's really high-strung right now. Then again, all I've really done is make her awkward. Make her feel like, fuck. She's probably never thought about it. Kind of wish I hadn't said anything. Yeah, it looks like that went well. Before long, Why you gotta put two befores right there like that? It's fucking with my head. Before long, we are before one of the bookshops Lilly and I passed during our search. What kind of self-respecting bookshop closes on Saturdays, you sons of bastards? Bookshops don't make much money anymore because of the internet. Maybe they just had to close over weekends. She seems pretty knowledgeable about technology. I guess it's a pursuit that would lend itself well to someone who enjoys solitude. Can confirm. I guess that makes sense. It's easier to find books online anyway. It looks like this idea is shot. Anything else you'd like to do? If it's not a bother, could you show me where you bought my present? Sure, no problem. It's not far from here. It's literally across the street. I head off in the direction of the store, only half sure of its exact location. I don't want to repeat it last time, spending half the day walking around aimlessly. Here we are, Othello's Antiques. It's small. Oh, yeah, it took Lilly and I some time to find it. Can we go in? I don't see why not. It's open. Hanako pushes through the door and enters before me. Once again, the store is empty, save for the store owner.
Oh, him again. And he didn't bring the cute blind girl.
His face drops a little when he sees me.
Oh, you're not here for a return, are you? Wait, that's not the girl you had with you last time. Here's a major player, I'm gonna guess.
No, we're not here to return anything. We're just in town and wanted to have another look in here. The store owner considers this for quite a long time. I guess he's not used to high school students coming into a shop on a regular basis, which is depressing, because antique shops and shit like that is badass. It's too expensive all the time, but that shit is awesome.
Might this be the friend you bought gifts for?
That's right. They were presents for her. The store owner turns to Hanako, freezes on the spot like a deer caught in headlights. He moves to address her, but stops before doing so, looking a little taken back.
Holy shit, she's, He
catches himself staring and looks to the side, addressing us indirectly. His expression is awkward and tense, as is his entire body. I want to be mad at him, but I know full well that I had the same instinctive reaction when I first saw her. First surprise, then curiosity, then an awkward look away as I dealt with what I'd seen. Hanako looks less panicked than before, but I think she's the feeling she's giving off now is worse. It's not anger nor annoyance. If anything, it's one of an apology.
You're lucky there, young lady, to have friends that care about you as much as they do.
Thank you. If I hadn't spent so much time with Hanako, I wouldn't have realized that she said anything. Then again, the store owner's mumble was hardly clear either. Thanks in part for being directed away from us.
I'm just over here looking at the floor. I guess like Windex. I don't know why you use Windex on a floor.
Hanako strikes out into the store, gazing in wonder at the various items on display. She finds the doll section and spends lingering minutes studying each and every one. It's a side of Hanako I've only barely been introduced to. I was astonished. I was so astonished. I was so afraid of when I had seen this before. When Lilly said she liked dolls, but even more to find her collection sitting on her dresser. She looks a little better now that she's distracted and out of the store owner's sight, but I'm still pretty put off by the whole experience. I might have my own problems, but I've never had strangers react to me like that, as if I was something completely alien to them. This is a nice shop. Yeah, it's not what I expected. Do you want to buy something? I didn't bring any money. Oh, we can always come again. Now that I know where to find it, that is. We can? Of course. We can come here as often as you like. Thank you. You don't need to thank me. I almost forgot where this place was. I don't really think either of us completely believes in what we're saying, but rather we're just repeating what we think we should say. Can we go back to the school now? Yeah, sure thing. Let's go. As we leave for the bus stop, I see the store owner peek through the curtain at the back of the shop. I'm not really sure what the glance he gives to her says. It feels a bit weird, and the fact that Hanako doesn't see it is both a relief and kind of frustrating. Hanako and I stop walking once we reach the concrete area between the dormitory buildings. There was barely a word said between us on the way back from the city. Well then, goodbye. Do you want to have some tea or something? Or how about a game? Hanako shakes her head embarrassedly. I'm tired. Maybe later? I've got homework. She sounds a little depressed. Hanako obviously does want to do more, but I suppose she would have a bit of schoolwork to catch up on. She's missed a few days of lessons. Homework. Thanks for reminding me. I've got a stack to do as well. I guess I'll, see you tomorrow? See you, Hisao. And before I can say goodbye, Hanako has turned and begun walking towards the entrance to the female dormitory building. I look at the door she disappears through for a bit before going off towards my own dorms. Today was a tiring day. Damn. My apologies. Her flight catches the curious eye of a few passing students who are unenthusiastically trudging back to their classes after the fun. Reluctantly standing from the bench, reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes and the flags go up. They're turning and burning. They yearn for the... They deftly maneuver through... sorry.